You think you know Zlatan Ibrahimović? Think again. He stole bikes, fought teammates, rejected Arsenal, and even bought a church. And that's just the beginning. Today, we will explore the 10 insane facts about Zlatan Ibrahimović. 1. Zlatan grew up in Rosengård, a poor immigrant neighborhood in Malmö, Sweden, a place known for crime, not football stars. His parents were Bosnian and Croatian immigrants who struggled to make ends meet. Football was his escape, his only way out. One day, as a teenager, he was running late for training. And in Zlatan fashion, he didn't ask for permission. He spotted a bike, grabbed it, and raced off. Later, he found the owner and returned it, saying it was an emergency. Zlatan. That moment says everything. Zlatan wasn't waiting for opportunity. He took it. 2. When Zlatan was just 17, word of his talent spread across Europe. Arsenal came calling. Arsene Wenger himself invited him to London for a trial. It was the kind of chance most young players dream of. But when Wenger said, "We'd like to see how you play first," Zlatan's reply became legendary. Zlatan doesn't do auditions. He walked out of the meeting, didn't even touch a ball, and went back to Sweden. Later he said, "If they want me, they know where I am." That one sentence captured his career. Fearless, unapologetic, and completely self-believing. 3. Before football made him a superstar, Zlatan trained in Taekwondo, and not casually. He earned his black belt at 17. That martial arts background shaped everything about his style: the balance, the flexibility, the ability to twist his body mid-air. Those wild overhead kicks, that's not luck, that's technique. Zlatan said, "I learned to fight before I learned to play. That's why defenders never scare me." In his world, football was a fight, and he was always the last man standing. 4. In 2018, Swedish papers reported something unbelievable. Zlatan had bought an actual church in central Stockholm for 10 million euros. When asked why, he said, "Zlatan doesn't need to pray. Zlatan is God." It was half joke, half statement, pure Zlatan. But behind the humor, it showed something deeper: his obsession with control, image, and legacy. Owning a church wasn't about religion, it was about symbolism. Zlatan had built himself into a myth, and now he owned a temple too. 5. Zlatan's temper has always been part of the legend. During a training session at AC Milan, he clashed with American defender Oguchi Onyewu, a 6'4" powerhouse. The two started with shoves, then tackles, then full-on punches. It got so bad that teammates had to pull them apart. In the chaos, Zlatan broke a rib. After the fight, he just said, "He hurt me, but I still won." That's Zlatan in one line: pain doesn't matter. Pride always wins. 6. Friendly match: Sweden versus England. Joe Hart rushes out of goal and clears the ball. The ball flies high, too far for anyone to reach, except Zlatan. He turns his body mid-air and hits a 40-yard overhead kick. The ball loops, spins, and lands perfectly in the net. The stadium froze. Even England fans clapped. Commentators called it impossible. Zlatan called it normal. And just like that, he turned a friendly match into football immortality. 7. In 2017, while at Manchester United, Zlatan tore his ACL, a devastating injury that ends most players' careers. Doctors told him his knee looked like it had been through a car crash, but Zlatan refused to accept it. He worked out twice a day, trained in secret, and rebuilt his leg like a machine. He later said, "The doctors told me they'd never seen a knee like mine. I told them, of course not. It's Zlatan's." Less than 7 months later, he was back on the pitch at 36 years old. No other striker has ever come back from that kind of injury. But then again, no one else is Zlatan. 8. Zlatan's ego gets all the headlines, but he's also known for his unexpected generosity. After signing for PSG, he gave every teammate a brand new PlayStation console. A year later, he upgraded the gifts, luxury watches for the whole squad. When reporters asked why, he said, "Because Zlatan gives joy." That's Zlatan's paradox. The same guy who insults defenders will buy his teammates gifts just to make them smile. 9. His book, I Am Zlatan, wasn't just a bestseller, it was a bomb. He called Pep Guardiola a coward, admitted to punching teammates, and revealed personal family struggles. The book sold over 800,000 copies, won awards, and was even used in schools as motivational reading. But it also divided Sweden. Some saw him as arrogant, others as brutally honest. Zlatan said, "I wrote it so people understand I'm human, but I also wrote it because I am Zlatan." 10. June 2023, AC Milan's San Siro. The crowd roars as Zlatan steps onto the pitch one last time. He's 41. His eyes are wet. For once, the lion cries. As fans chant his name, Zlatan grabs the mic and says, "Zlatan isn't saying goodbye to football. Football is saying goodbye to Zlatan." That's how a king exits, not with silence, but with immortality. Love or hate him, Zlatan Ibrahimović is football's greatest character. Which fact shocked you the most? Comment below, hit subscribe, and join Kick Map, where football's biggest legends live forever.